Hey everyone, it's Chris, and I just wanted to wish you all a happy Easter. It's Easter Monday. If you can hear it in my voice, I am a little sick. I made it through the Triduum and my Sunday morning services, and then got sick, which is okay. Everything went wonderfully. We had a lot of new people come into the church this year, which for a small parish like this is awesome. So I hope you had wonderful celebrations at yours, and that your Easter spirit continues for a long time. I did have something that I've been wanting to talk about, and I'm going to try to keep it concise. I did write some of it down, and I didn't want to do it during Lent, and I wanted to wait till after Easter, but because it's maybe a little awkward, I don't know. I've always tried to be very honest and open with all of you about things, and this is sort of in that interest. So, you probably all understand that there is money generated on YouTube. Anytime you watch any YouTube video anywhere, if there's an advertisement before it, or during it, or after it, that's generating a tiny, tiny bit of revenue for someone. And while we're on this topic, I've said this before, and I do want to make it very clear, I have zero control over what specific ads you see in front of my videos. If it's a movie you don't like, if it's a political figure you don't like, I apologize, but I can't control that at all. So, sorry. But I know a lot of you were on this journey with me when I would talk about my dad being on hospice and me living with my mom to take care of her. So this hopefully short video is just sort of in the interest of being open about all these things. Anyway, ad revenue on YouTube. So I'm about 8 years into this whole process. It was a little over 8 years ago that I started this YouTube channel, not having any idea what it would become. Actually, at the time, I didn't even know there was money to be made on YouTube. I was kind of that clueless. I'm probably about, I thought about this today, probably about 22 or 2,300 hours of work into what I do here. Every video takes time, and then there's work at home, editing and all this stuff. And you have to get to a certain point on YouTube before you can make any money, a certain number of subscribers and a certain number of hours of people watching you. And so it took me 2.5 years to make $20 a month, and then it was 25, and then it just kept kind of going from there. What I make now and what I have made for the last couple years is nice. It wouldn't cover the cost of a poor studio apartment here in Portland, even just the rent. So we're not talking about a lot of money, but it's something I have sort of come to count on as part of my income. I don't have a lot of expenses right now because I'm living with my mom. She's 83 and blind, and after Dad passed, she really needed someone to take care of her. So I don't have a lot of expenses at the moment. So some of you have asked about this before, and again, in the interest of being full disclosure, Oregon Catholic Press doesn't pay me or compensate me in any way for the videos I produce of their songs. Nobody compensates me for that. They support me sort of tacitly, but there's no contractor payment or anything from them for what I do with their songs. And here's kind of the important part. In the last year or so especially, they've made more of an effort to claim the copyright on the YouTube videos of their songs that people like me post, so that the ad revenue that's generated by videos like mine goes to them, or at the least is split with the person who posted the video. And so while I've watched my subscribers and my views and the channel continue to grow as more people find it, the income I make from it is going down because more of that revenue is being diverted towards OCP. Now, to be 1,000% clear, I don't have a problem with that. They're a wonderful company. I know a lot of those people. I know almost all of the composers, and they 100% deserve to be paid for their creative work and deserve compensation for that. So that's not the issue. I want to support what they do, which is why I don't give music away for free. I encourage you to go to the OCP website and purchase things that you need rather than just, copying everything. And I use almost exclusively their songs in my concerts. So we have a great relationship. My point with all this is simply to say that if you want to support me and the work that I do in creating these videos that you use, the best way to do that is to use something like Patreon, which is designed for small monthly donations. You can go as low as $1 a month. It just charges it to your credit card every month. Or something like Venmo, because those go directly to me. No one's taking a cut out of that. I've said this before, there's an option on YouTube, which they call Super Thanks, to donate money as you're watching the video or whatever. Those guys hold 30% of that money for themselves, so that's sort of the least, not the optimal way to do that. Patreon holds a very small amount, single-digit amount. So, again, to be clear, this is not money I need for my living expenses. I'm very blessed these days. I don't have a lot of expenses just because of the nature of my life, but what this money does, in part, is allow me to travel to churches and charge a pretty minimal amount of money to offer an evening of music to them. In fact, I was sort of dreaming the other day. Maybe it's a pipe dream, I don't know, but if I look at my subscribers, the numbers that I have, and I thought, if just 1/10 of my subscriber base gave $1 a month, I could probably go to parishes throughout the country and not charge a cent to any parish, just do it for a free will donation. How awesome would that be to just bring this wonderful music to parishes and not have to worry about the money part of it. Anyway, nice thought, right? So I'm telling you all this just because I want you to know where the money goes and what's been changing a little bit with that, because the money that you do want to donate, I want you to know where it's going and that it's getting to where you want it to go. Whether it's just an ongoing support or just a thank you. I'm sure some of you use my stuff regularly, and you're all very kind in sending notes and thank yous and all that. So I hate that this sounds like I'm asking for money, because that's not really what it is. I'm just wanting to be clear about the state of things and how you could support me if you chose to. This has probably gone on a little bit longer than I wanted it to already. Happy Easter to all of you, and sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. It's like, it's been 31 years here at this parish and 8 years of doing this YouTube ministry, and I'm just sometimes overwhelmed by how cool it is and how blessed I am and all the people that I've come in contact with. So, Alleluia, He is risen. God bless you. Happy Easter.